Are you tired of seeing and playing the same offensive schemes that everybody else and their mom is playing? Were you at the point in Madden 23 where you'd rather pluck your own ass hairs than see another tight formation ready to dashboard as soon as they came out in gun tight flex? Well, you clicked on the right video. Stay to the end of the video because I'm going to walk you through my part 2 ebook of my off-meta scheme where we take anywhere from simple to complex route combinations to really open up that defense wide for big play potential, to get you more dubs and better rewards. This offensive scheme has personally got me 23-2, several Super Bowls, as long as I can make the right read. Make sure you stick around to the end of the video so you can ingest the full knowledge of this offensive ebook. If you have not already seen part 1, go check that out and then come back here. It's 3 simple formations in this ebook that you'll be running and audibling to really move the ball down the field and keep your opponent on his toes. YouTube, what's going on? Hope all you guys are having a great day. It's Sunday. It's NFL kickoff weekend, which means the Cowboys play today and here in about actually an hour, right under an hour. But before that, I did want to bring you a part 2 of my offensive ebook, my off-meta offensive ebook. I know some of you guys have been asking about it, so here you go. By the time you're seeing this, all of our teams have been will have played. So down in the comments, I want you to write below who your favorite team was and something nasty that happened this weekend. One thing that comes to my mind is Bijan Robinson's first NFL touchdown. If you haven't seen it, it was disgusting. I mean, dude hit the step back and broke about 7 people's ankles.
In the slot, going in motion here.
Bijan Robinson dancing around. And he has the football, puts a move on. Bijan Robinson, he's going to have his first NFL touchdown.
It's going to be nasty this year. As I'm sure most of you guys are probably new to the channel. So if you're clicking on this, if you're clicking on one of my videos for the first time, go check out the rest. We do a ton of gameplay. I love to be competitive with an off-meta scheme, so that's including offense and defense. So I want to bring you guys everything I know as far as offense, defense, off-meta schemes, which is obviously what I'm doing now. So if you're interested in seeing some content shaken up, you're tired of seeing bunch or tight and the same 3-3 nickel defenses, just hit that like and subscribe button. I'll keep bringing this content to you guys. I appreciate y'all support. Now let's get into it. All right, guys, so part 1 was my doubles. If you missed that, go ahead and check that out. I'll leave that link in the I'll put a little card up there. You guys check that out. Part 2 is going to be the Y off trio week. So my audibles for this formation would be double drags, HB base, deep end, PA wide receiver in. The first and last are already there, so the only ones you have to put in are base and deep end. So we'll go ahead and check the audibles out first, and then we'll give you a couple audible mentions that I come out that aren't in my audibles. So what we'll do with each of these formations is take a look at the main coverages, so 3, 2, and man. With a mix of all of these formations, they have some huge match beaters, which I'll make a whole separate video for that. I'll also make a video on how to play match without just getting absolutely bombed, so that what I'm going to show you in one video doesn't happen in the next. But right now, I'll just show you how to move the ball consistently with the main coverages that you're going to see in online play. So there are different instances where I run this formation to the short or wide side. Typically, it's a 3x1, so typically I run it to the wide side. First play I'm going to show you is this double drags. I like this play better than the regular corner strike play because that corner by my B route, my far outside receiver, it has a much shallower and flatter cut right there at the top of its route. So it helps beat man a little bit better. It can get under or over zones if he's playing hard. If they're playing hard flats, it gets right over, obviously. And then if we're playing like a deeper backed off or like a 25-yard flat, it gets right under that. All right, so the first adjustment I'll show you is a quick one. You put A on a streak, put RB on a flat, put X on a 5-yard in, and then so So this is how it's going to look right here. So what this is going to do is actually give you a high-low read right here on this right side with the curl flats. Out of cover 3, they don't play the sidelines very well. So what you can do is you have a mobile quarterback. All the good quarterbacks in Madden right now are pretty mobile, so this can be done pretty much by anybody. You just have to hope they don't overthrow it like Bryce Young probably will. So we'll go and hike the ball here. You kind of just squeak out to the right. B's open right there. And then, so that's a curl flat. So also the RB is a quick dump off as well. If for whatever reason that flat route plays that, or if he mans it up, or whatever the adjustment your opponent does, RB will also be open right there. So even though he's covering, technically that zone should be covering that outside corner. You've got two routes open right here. If the user runs over and plays that, you'd have X on the backside in for a quick dump off. Getting into the second setup, so here it is stock. What I'm going to do is put X on a streak, and then B on a 5-yard in. So this is how it's going to look right here. So what this is going to do is going to give you a quick dump off by that RB route. That's going to be your first read. If you notice that he's playing hard flats on this left side by this defender right here that I've marked, then what you're going to do is you're going to be looking for Y once he takes RB. So we'll go and hike the ball here. Let this play out. So RB's open right there. He's not playing hard flats. B was open for that backside, depending on where that user is going to go. And then A would be kind of your last read. More likely it might be a high ball throw that you might have to make. But this is a good one to use on 3rd and short, 2nd and short, because hopefully they're playing hard flats and you can dink it off to your running back for a nice little gain. I like to leave my running back on this stock wheel route versus the one that you can put on yourself. This one does get out there faster. I like the sharp cut and how far this one gets outside. It just seems a little bit better to me for this play. Another way you can set up this play against cover 3 is the same way as we did before, but you're going to motion somebody in. So you can put A on a streak. You're going to motion in your far outside receiver. He's going to come in and stack as long as you're on this left hash. He's going to come in and stack behind that slot receiver. You put RB on a flat, and then X on a 5-yard dig. So what this is going to do, now that outside, that slot corner is in a flat zone. So technically he should be able to play this route. But because you motioned it in, it's going to kind of dumb out that zone a little bit. So here you go. I'll let it play out. B's open right there. Bam. You throw it a little bit earlier, and that won't be near as a butt squeaker to throw. So we'll look at this one more time. If the user's playing this guy right here that I have marked, and he runs over there to cover it, then you have that backside in to go and hit. Like I said, the user hopefully be over there. You just let him clear the first curl, and then or the first curl zone, and then you throw that. So looking at this play against cover 2, typically they're going to put one of this guy or this guy in a deep blue to cover the middle of the field. So what we do here is put RB on a streak, and then we put B on an inside 5-yard dig. We'd motion him inside to stack it. Again, try to make a lot of these plays look like each other, and then put X on a streak. It's going to be a very similar setup to the others, except for we're not keeping that corner route by the outside receiver. Go and hike the ball, let this play out. Like I said, hopefully that... Yeah, so that middle guy took the RB. A was open, B was open. Play with the user, see where he's going to go. You might have to highball that A route. This one is also nice too because your first read is going to be that B route. If the user jumps that route, then you'd look at A again for a high ball. Typically people will have tall users, so you probably have to highball that one. Off chance they don't have a zone down the middle of the field, then RB might be naked for a little one play tutty. Your late read, if you haven't been somebody sacked Lynch already, is that Y route. That Y route's nasty versus zone. Real quick, you could also use the same setup as I did for cover 3 for the same deal, because again, you're still looking at a high-low read with that outside flat zone coverage. Some people don't play flat zones out of cover 2 because it just leaves the sidelines just booty butt naked for you to streak down, set the sideline. But I've seen it. I've gotten first downs from this play off of cover 2. There is a corner strike play that has a corner strike that's deeper. It doesn't cut it off so shallow, and it's a little deeper that you can run against cover 2 that I'll get into here in a second. All right, so looking at this play against man. Again, we can move. With man this year, you're kind of just playing street ball. You're doing whatever works. Zigs, destroy man this year. All right, so looking at this play against man, you're really just playing street ball. You're doing whatever it takes, zigs, slants, to really get people open. Drags are nice. So really, it's personal preference. But what I like to do out of this play right here, if I come out in it, is put Y on a wheel. The wheel route that you can hot route. These wheels absolutely cook man, especially if you have a fast running back. For the purpose of this play right here, I put my best receiver right there on the outside because I had the 83 overall Brandon Cooks, and he's not going to win a whole lot against 88 Deion Sanders. So what I like to do is motion this guy in, put A on a streak. The person that's usually going to be on my A is going to be my best receiver, which is Jerry Rice. So that streak could get naked for a one-play tutty as well. But I like to hike it, just as this right here. So we'll go ahead and hike it, let this play out. I'm not going to throw the ball. B's open if you pass lead out to the outside. The drags are open, and so was that wheel on that left side. The reason why this play gets open so well is, again, because of how it cuts at the top of the route on that corner route. So that's why I love keeping this as an audible. For man, whatever you do, again, I like to motion this guy in because they get stacked. Your B receiver can't get pressed. So whatever you do against this play, I would suggest motioning. If you're going to play street ball, I would suggest motioning that outside receiver. I can freaking click on him to the inside here, because if you run a streak by him, you can really do whatever you want by that B receiver because he's not going to get pressed. So we'll just put him on a simple slant here. We'll keep everything else. Let's just say your opponent's blitzing you, so you got to block the running back so you don't get absolutely slept on. We'll keep those drags and then slant. We'll let this play. As you can see, B route did not get touched, and actually the assignment got screwed up right there. So having that guy, motioning him in can really screw up not only the press but also the man assignment and get this guy just absolutely booty butt naked. All right, so we're not going to look at HP base. It's a run play. Just a simple tip in this formation: if you motion your slot receiver inside, so he's going to motion in right there. It seems to get a little bit better blocking. I couldn't tell you why. It's EA. We're just going to chalk it up and move on to the next.
It's in the game.
So this next play I'm going to show you is this deep in. This post on the left here is disgusting. I can't tell you how many times I've hot thrown this for a first down or just waited till it clear and then hit it for a one-play tutty. It's disgusting. So we're looking at this play in man right now. So again, kind of just a street ball feeling. You can motion in this receiver, hit him with a little zig, leave your RB receiver on that slant. Again, you can do whatever you want with that tight end. Let's just consider our opponents just blitzing the absolute crib at us. So this is how your play out looks right now. So you've got a hot read by RB or B. Typically B is just going to get just naked with that zig route that can't be pressed. If the user goes with the drag route by RB, then Hopkins, I like to be my second best receiver on that. My wide receiver 2, or I guess technically wide receiver 1, then he's going to be naked. So we'll go ahead and hike this, let this play out. B's naked, and X was naked. RB could have been a nice little 3, 4, 5 yard gain. But he's probably going to get tackled. So like I said, usually man is kind of just street ball. You're doing whatever it takes to move the ball down the field, considering whether your opponent's blitz in the house or they're playing a hybrid zone man coverage. All right, so we're going to look at this play against cover 3. So not a whole lot of adjustments on this first play that we can run. Motion the inside guy in. He's going to sit there. I'd keep him on the drag because it's going to occupy the guy that we have marked right now, that hook zone. I put Y on a little in right there, and then I put B on a curl. Quick explanation of this: we're looking at A. We're going to be a hot read to A. B is going to keep that outside zone out of the play there. And these two, the drag and the in by the running back, are going to kind of occupy those hook curl zones. So go ahead and hike this, and I'll show you what read you're going to be looking at. A right there. You can highball it. Highball this year, like I said, can get animations like that where they get knocked out. That is only if the user is kind of in the play. You don't have to wait that long for the user to be out from underneath. The highball really gets over users pretty well this year. So we'll hike this one more time, show you. I mean, you can just regularly throw it. RG3 threw an absolute doozy of a fucking ball right there. But y'all get the gist. A's open right there as long as that user kind of goes with that RB route. Real quick, if the user mans up that A route, if he goes with him, what you would do is be looking backside for the X. Obviously, if he's manned up by one of the hook zones, that X route is going to get open. You might have to hot read it. If A, X are covered, that inside, that in route by the Y is going to be open, because if he's playing, even if he's playing flat routes, it's going to be playing it probably like kind of in between RB and B. So if you hit it early enough, you can get a nice little 5 yard gain, make some people miss, get a little more. If he's playing flat routes, you didn't throw it early enough, then that B route is going to be open as well. What's nice about this is I'll try to get some time here and show you. X is open. You see that for a nice. I mean, you could pass. You use the left trigger and pass lead that up, and get that over that outside defender. Typically with this formation, it all kind of depends on what your X, your outside on the left, your tight end, and your running back are doing. Those kind of make the whatever play you're running flow. With these two outside receivers, you're really playing street ball with those guys. You're doing whatever, if it's man, you're motioning, all that stuff. You can really do whatever. Like if this was cover 3 and I'm looking to hit the X route, I might just put B, just leave it like this right here. or put him on a curl. I mean, like I said, it's street ball. So if he's playing flats, curl's going to be open. So quickly, just another one is putting RB on a flat. It's going to occupy that flat zone. If he's manned up to A and he's looking at X, then that backside dig is going to be open for a nice little 15-yard gain. What's nice about this Y route by the running back, he's just going straight out there. If he's not playing hard flats or manning him up, you can actually just hot throw this real quick and just kind of lead it to the outside. I mean, we're getting 10 yards right there. It's nice. It's nice. I love that route. If you want to play around with this a little bit more, you could motion X in there. He's going to come in just a little bit. It's just going to get the spacing out there. So, you know, we got a little bit more out of that Y route. It's just something else to do. And then obviously if you want to hit this X route all the way across the field, it just helps it get over the field faster. What you can do if you're really looking to hit a bomb play with this X route is put B on a streak just to clear everybody out. Put A on a curl as a kind of last ditch read if the user stays with X, and then just let it play out. Go through your reads right here. If I'm looking at cover 3, as long as he's not blitzing and I'm not getting instant pressure by the D lineman, I'm probably going to try to hold off and look X to A. Those are really my reads. My dump, I might put Y since I'm rolling out to my right. I'll put Y on the inside as a little dump off if none of those are covered. This is one of my favorite plays for you. I mean, it's 3rd and 14, 3rd and 15. You need a lot of yards, big chunk plays. You could do a couple things out of this play. So right now we'll look at cover 3. Right here, I'm just gonna put B on a streak. You could hike it just like this. So we'll go ahead and show you what's open. I'm not looking anybody except for RB. Possession, catch that. It says completed, but he dropped the ball. Okay. Jerry Rice, I haven't seen Jerry Rice get that knocked out ever. You just pass lead that to the outside, to the sideline, and then hold A, and you'll get a nice little chunk gain right there. Another way you could run this, if just to occupy that flat route, is put B on a streak, A on a flat, and then I like to put Y on a little inside dig right there. Just in case nothing's open, he manned up my wheel route, then I can hit Y for a nice little dump off gain right there. X would be my last read. So go ahead and hike this. I'm not going to throw it. I'll just let you see what's open. A's open. RB's open now. Y is open. And then X is going to get in between those hook zones late for a nice little read right there. This same setup would also work against cover 2. Except it might be even a bigger gain just because now if he gets over that flat route by the outside receiver, it's going to be a nice chunk gain. You make one guy miss and you're going to the house. Now, running this play against man, you can do the wheel route can beat man. I wouldn't say it's a guaranteed man beater every time. That's why, like I said, I have my best receiver in the slot at all times. You can motion your guy in. Like I said, man, you're playing street ball. Motion your guy in, hit him with the slant, keep the drag for a quick read if he's bringing the heat. And then X will also beat, as long as you have a decent receiver, X will beat his guy on that little dig. So let this play out, see if RB can beat his man there. He did. B's open, X is open. So again, you've got plenty of people open right here. And I've got the 89 Dion, or the 88 Dion, the 87 JC Jackson, and then the 87 Ramsey that are on these receivers simultaneously. So these aren't scrubs out here, and they're getting beat. So this is a nice play to run against man as well. I don't think I've talked about cover 4 a lot. You can run the same setup with cover 4. It's the same instance. You're clearing out the deep zone. You're occupying a flat zone. And so this play will get you a nice chunk play against cover 4. Same with the rest of these plays. The same various setups. You're reading the concept of you're occupying a flat zone and you're clearing out a deep zone, or you're trying to get underneath it. So with all these plays, just keep that in mind. X can be hit deep as long as you put B on a streak. And cover 3, cover 4, cover 2. And cover 4, the A route, leave it as it is. It helps clear out both of those two safeties that are covering the middle quarters of the field. And then X can be hit over the middle if the user is occupying this right side of the field. I mean, these plays are very, very, very versatile. All right, so getting into the auto mentions. So we've got the Timmy beater. Verticals. So I've seen the RB route break off inside more often than not. I hate it. So typically if I'm just trying to grit the streaks up cover 3, I'll put him on a streak and just hit him right there. So running this cover 3, obviously streaks will beat that. He's open. Y's open. It's verticals against cover 3. It's gonna beat the seams. Now, one thing I like to do just to change it up a little bit, like I said, make a lot of your formations look the same. Motion this guy in, put the RB route on a 5-yard out, put B on a curl. And then what you would do if the user's playing one of those, usually he's going to be playing the right or left hook curl. So these guys right here that I'm marking, if he goes with the A route, then you're going to be looking back at this B. So I'll let you know. I'll see. Let's just play this out. B's open, A's open, Y's open. There's a lot of people open on this play, depending on where the user goes. So just follow the user. Wherever he's going, throw it to the other guy. My second honorable mention out of this formation is going to be this HB circle play. It gets a nice, cool route by this Y route, your running back. Walker doesn't have the best route running, but he does cook man more often than not with that little circle route right there. So one thing you can do here is put B in, like I said, street ball, put him on a slant. He's not going to get pressed. RB to kind of screw up that man assignment. What's great about this route by the tight end is on that second break he has right there, sometimes it gets nice separation. This is how I leave it. I'll go ahead and run it, show you. Right there, everybody, his A's man assignment got screwed up. If there's no middle zone, Y's open, and that slant was open as well. If you really want to hit that A route for whatever reason, it does get a better separation if you just leave everybody as it is. Maybe one of your 2 outside guys on this right side can cook man. You do have A to Y to X on that little comeback. The comebacks do beat man this year, so that's pretty nice. So let's play out. A, you have to hold LT and pass lead that way out away from the DB, so that way it doesn't get picked off. Again, make you look silly. We don't want that. We're not here to look silly. We're here to put on a show and win some damn games. Let's play out one more time. Y, cook this man. X, cook this man. You have to, with the comebacks, you have to hit it right as the break. So right as they break, pass lead that out away from the DB to the sideline, and then hold A, hold Y. They'll catch it just about every time. My last honorable mention is going to be the actual corner strike play. As you can see, it doesn't cut off. That far right side doesn't cut off near short, and it's a lot deeper. So this is against cover 3. I would motion him in. Again, we're making all of our coverages look the same, and then I put X on a 5-yard in as a check down read. If for whatever reason he's manned this up, it's not open. So we'll go ahead and hike the ball, let you know how it plays out. Y and A are hot reads. B is just, that's a curl flat that's over there, and we're naked over there. We can do whatever we want. We can take whatever we want. There's no rules on that side of the field with this play. Run this one more time. Like I said, if the user goes with that B route, then X is going to be nice there for a nice little check down route, or chunk down, whatever you want. This same setup is also going to be nice for cover 2. Cover 4 is a little more iffy just because the quarter on the outside probably won't be run back near as deep by the RB route, so he might break down and cover this B route a lot better than cover 3. Another way you could run this against cover 3 or 2 is motioning your running back out, putting him on a streak, A on a drag, B on a 5-yard in. So this is how it's going to look right here. What you'd be looking for is how that flat zone on that left side of the field is going to play, and then your RB and B would be kind of check down routes. The middle of the field's naked. Just take your RB. Don't play around. So we're going to hike this, let this play out. I'm not going to throw it. B's open. X is open. I don't know why I said X right there. X is open. Just kind of drift to that left side. It's going to help get those routes open that much more. That's going to be it for this video, guys. The HB sweep are nice. Again, if you're running the run plays, either of these run plays out of this formation, make sure you motion in that slot receiver inside. I couldn't tell you why. Again, I don't have the answers. You just get a little better blocks. There are some nice beater plays out of this playbook. I do want to make a separate video because what I'll do is I'll just go through each beater from each of the 3 formations. Part 3 is going to be a bunch tight end, and then I will show you my beaters as a separate video, and then I'll show you my match busters out of this one as well. The reason why I'm doing both of those as separate videos is because I can show all 3 in the same video. It won't be too long, and you guys will stick around for that because I know how we're all ADD and we're tismed out here. We're not sticking around for 45-minute ebook videos. So if you made it to this point of the video, please like the video. It helps me, and I appreciate your support more than you know. And as always, y'all keep putting on show, and I'll see you in the next one.